From the silver screen to the pages of our favorite books, zombies have captivated our imaginations for decades. These creatures, often depicted as reanimated corpses driven by a primal hunger for human flesh, have become a staple in horror and pop culture. But what is it about zombies that makes them so fascinating and enduring? Is it their relentless pursuit of the living, or perhaps the unsettling idea that something we thought was gone could rise again? They make us question the line between life and death, and they force us to confront the fragility of our own mortality. Let's delve into the world of the undead and explore the truth behind the myth, if we dare. The idea of the dead rising again has been around for centuries, often rooted in folklore and religious beliefs. Tales of reanimated corpses and vengeful spirits have been shared across cultures, often serving as cautionary tales or explanations for the unexplainable. But the modern zombie, as we know it today, has a more recent and complex history. So, are zombies real? Could a virus or some unknown force truly reanimate the dead and turn them into flesh-eating monsters?
To unravel this mystery, we must first journey back to the origins of the zombie myth and explore the cultural and historical contexts that gave birth to these terrifying creatures.
The word zombie itself traces its roots back to Haitian folklore, specifically the Vodou religion. In Haitian Vodou, a zombie is not a flesh-eating monster, but rather a person who has been robbed of their soul.
According to legend, a bokor could capture a person's soul and use it for various purposes, from enslaving them on plantations to performing menial tasks. These zombies were often described as being in a trance-like state, devoid of free will and completely under the control of the bokor.
During the brutal period of slavery in Haiti, enslaved Africans found solace and strength in their spiritual beliefs, including Vodou. The fear of being turned into a zombie served as a powerful deterrent against rebellion, as it represented the ultimate loss of freedom and identity. Central to the creation of a zombie, according to Vodou belief, is the figure of Baron Samedi, the lower of death. Often depicted in a top hat and tuxedo, Baron Samedi is a complex figure, both fearsome and revered.
It is believed that a bokor must appease Baron Samedi to gain the power to create a zombie. Once Baron Samedi is satisfied, he allows the bokor to manipulate the spirits of the dead, trapping them between life and death.
Whispers of special powders, potent herbs, and venomous creatures like pufferfish, all intertwined with dark magic, paint a chilling picture of the lengths a bokor would go to achieve their aims. While the Haitian zombie served as the foundation, it was the Western world that transformed it into the flesh-eating monster we know today.
The first appearance of the zombie in American cinema came in 1932 with the film White Zombie. This movie, set in Haiti, featured a sinister plantation owner using voodoo to turn his workers into mindless slaves. The emphasis shifted from soul-stealing to reanimated corpses, and the concept of the zombie as a mindless, flesh-eating monster began to take hold.
This shift continued with George Romero's groundbreaking film Night of the Living Dead in 1968, solidifying the modern image of the zombie. Could science, rather than magic, hold the key to understanding the zombie phenomenon?
From a purely biological standpoint, the idea of reanimating a dead body seems firmly in the realm of fantasy. Once death occurs, the body begins to decompose, and the intricate systems that sustain life irreversibly shut down.
The brain, in particular, is highly susceptible to damage after death.
To reanimate a corpse, one would need to not only restart the heart and lungs, but also repair this extensive brain damage, a feat far beyond the capabilities of modern science.
While the prospect of bringing back the dead remains firmly in the realm of science fiction, researchers have made intriguing discoveries that blur the lines between life and death. While reanimating a fully deceased human remains outside the realm of known science, the idea of manipulating a living person's behavior, essentially turning them into a zombie-like state, is not entirely implausible.
Nature, in fact, offers some unsettling examples of parasites that can hijack the brains of their hosts. influencing their actions for their own sinister purposes.
One striking example is the Ophiocordyceps unilateralis fungus, which infects carpenter ants. The fungus takes control of the ant's body, forcing it to climb to a specific location and latch onto a leaf before ultimately killing its host.
This gruesome process ensures the fungus can spread its spores more effectively.
Another example is the Toxoplasma Gondii parasite, which can only reproduce sexually in cats. When the parasite infects a rat, it alters the rat's brain chemistry, making it attracted to the smell of cat urine.
While the scientific explanations for zombies might fall short, it's essential to consider the profound impact of belief and the human tendency to find explanations for the unexplainable.
Throughout history, cultures around the world have explained natural phenomena, illnesses, and even human behavior through the lens of the supernatural.
The zombie myth in many ways reflects our deepest fears about death, disease, and the unknown.
The enduring popularity of zombies in movies, books, and video games suggests a deeper fascination with these themes, a way to confront our fears in a safe, fictional setting.
Ultimately, the truth about zombies might lie somewhere between science and superstition, a reflection of our desire to understand the world around us, even the darkest corners of our imagination.
The cultural impact of zombies is undeniable. From the silver screen to video games, literature, and even theme parks, the undead have infiltrated nearly every aspect of modern entertainment.
This fascination with all things zombie speaks to a deeper cultural resonance, reflecting our anxieties, fears, and perhaps even a morbid curiosity about what lies beyond the veil of death.
The rise of the zombie in media can be traced back to the mid-20th century, with George Romero's Night of the Living Dead serving as a pivotal moment.
Romero's film, with its stark black and white cinematography and unflinching depiction of gore, redefined the zombie genre for a modern audience.
The genre continued to evolve, exploring themes of social commentary, viral outbreaks, and the collapse of civilization, captivating audiences with both horror and a strange sense of exhilaration. The success of zombies on the big screen naturally spilled over into other media. Literature embraced the undead with open arms, giving rise to a plethora of novels, graphic novels, and short stories that explored the zombie apocalypse in chilling detail.
Max Brooks's World War Z and Oral History of the Zombie War, for example, offered a gritty, realistic take on a global zombie pandemic, examining the political, social, and military ramifications of such a cataclysmic event.
Video games too found fertile ground in the zombie apocalypse. From the survival horror of Resident Evil to the first-person shooter chaos of Left 4 Dead, gamers reveled in the thrill of battling hordes of the undead.
These games often tapped into the psychological elements of the zombie genre, forcing players to confront their fears in immersive and terrifying environments. Beyond the blood and gore, zombie narratives often serve as a platform for social commentary, reflecting and amplifying our anxieties about the world around us. The mindless, consuming nature of zombies can be seen as a metaphor for various societal ills, from consumerism and overpopulation to the spread of disease and the fear of the other.
The classic image of a zombie horde, for example, evokes a sense of chaos and the breakdown of social order. The relentless pursuit of the living can be interpreted as a representation of unchecked consumerism, with individuals stripped of their humanity and driven solely by a primal hunger for more.
Furthermore, zombie narratives often tap into anxieties about disease and pandemics. The rapid spread of a zombie virus, transforming its victims into mindless, contagious monsters, mirrors our very real fears about the outbreak of deadly diseases.
By exploring these anxieties in a fictional setting, zombie narratives provide a safe space to confront our fears and grapple with complex societal issues. The enduring appeal of zombies lies in their ability to tap into our deepest fears and fascinations, offering a potent mix of horror, excitement, and even a strange sense of catharsis.
On a primal level, zombies represent the fear of death and the unknown. The idea of our bodies being taken over, our minds erased, and our humanity stripped away is a terrifying prospect.
Beyond the fear, there's an undeniable thrill in the zombie apocalypse scenario. The idea of society collapsing, of rules being thrown out the window, and of fighting for survival against overwhelming odds can be strangely exhilarating.
Perhaps the most enduring aspect of the zombie genre is its adaptability. Zombies are a blank canvas onto which we can project our fears, our anxieties, and even our hopes.
The zombie, much like a virus adapting to its host, has continued to evolve in the 21st century. Gone are the days of slow, lumbering corpses. Today's zombies are faster, smarter, and even more terrifying, reflecting our changing fears and the ever-evolving nature of horror itself.
One of the most notable trends is the rise of the running zombie. Films like 28 Days Later, 2002, and the remake of Dawn of the Dead, 2004, introduced audiences to infected beings capable of sprinting, leaping, and chasing down their prey with terrifying speed.
Modern zombie narratives often explore the idea of infected individuals retaining some semblance of their former selves, blurring the lines between the living and the undead.
As zombies have evolved, so too has their role as a vehicle for social commentary. Modern zombie narratives often use the apocalypse as a backdrop to explore contemporary issues, from social inequality and political unrest to the impact of technology and the fragility of our interconnected world.
The collapse of society in a zombie outbreak provides a unique lens through which to examine the strengths and weaknesses of human nature. Films like Train to Busan and TV series like The Walking Dead explore themes of self-preservation versus altruism, the struggle for power in a lawless world, and the importance of community and cooperation in the face of adversity.
Moreover, the zombie virus itself can serve as a metaphor for a range of real-world threats, from pandemics and climate change to economic collapse and social unrest. By transposing these anxieties onto a fictional outbreak, zombie narratives allow us to confront our fears and anxieties in a safe, controlled environment, sparking conversations about preparedness, resilience, and the importance of collective action. What does the future hold for zombies? It's safe to say that these creatures, much like their cinematic counterparts, are unlikely to stay dead for long.
We can expect to see more creative takes on the zombie mythos, blurring the lines between horror, science fiction, and social commentary. New technologies like AI and genetic engineering open up possibilities for zombie narratives, exploring ethical and existential implications.
Perhaps we'll see zombies with enhanced abilities, driven by more than a primal hunger for flesh. Maybe they'll become tools of war, weapons wielded by nations in new conflicts.
Whatever the future holds, the zombie, in all its gruesome glory, will continue to captivate our imaginations, reflecting our deepest fears and the power of storytelling. Our journey into the world of zombies has taken us from the mystical rituals of Haitian Vodou to modern horror films. We've explored the historical roots of the zombie myth, delved into the scientific plausibility of reanimation, and examined their cultural impact on our psyche. The zombie continues to hold a powerful grip on our imaginations. It taps into our deepest fears: death, loss of control, societal breakdown, and the fragility of humanity. From slow, lumbering ghouls to fast, aggressive, infected zombies reflect our changing world and threats. Whether it's a viral pandemic or environmental collapse, the zombie apocalypse reminds us of our existence's precarious nature.
But the zombie myth is not simply about fear and despair. Within the darkness, these narratives often offer glimmers of hope, highlighting the resilience of the human spirit, the power of community, and the importance of fighting for what we hold dear.
The survivors we encounter in zombie films, books, and games remind us that even in the face of unimaginable horrors, courage, compassion, and ingenuity can prevail. They teach us the importance of banding together, of relying on each other's strengths, and of never giving up hope, even when the world seems lost.
In the end, the zombie, as a cultural phenomenon, transcends the boundaries of horror and entertainment. It serves as a mirror reflecting our anxieties, a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked ambition and societal breakdown, and a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit.
So, the next time you encounter a zombie, whether on screen, in a book, or even in your nightmares, remember that these creatures are more than just flesh-eating monsters. They are reflections of ourselves, our fears, our hopes, and our enduring capacity for both darkness and light.